So we've factored some trinomials, and we also have trinomials that are in a little bit different form. So these trinomials that we're going to be working on have a leading coefficient that's not 1. So sometimes there's different ways we can deal with it. And earlier I had said always take out the greatest common factor first. Well, when the leading coefficient was 1, we didn't have to worry about that. But now we can look and see if there is a greatest common factor. So we'll have an example. So example 6, it says factor completely. So I'm looking at the three terms, the 5x cubed, the 15x squared, and the minus 20x. They all can be divided by 5, and they all can be divided by x. And so the GCF here is 5x. So we're going to factor out the 5x, and then we're going to have left x squared, because we took an x out and we took the 5 out, plus 3x. Again, 15 divided by 5 is 3, and you took an x out, so there's an x left, and then minus 4. Now you could multiply that back in to check it, so you could distribute, and see if that works, but it does. You get 5x cubed plus 15x squared minus 20x. So you do have it factored. You have multiplication, 5x times x squared plus 3x minus 4. However, it is not factored completely. We have to see if the trinomial will factor. So now we're going to focus just on this trinomial right here and see if we can factor it. Now, so inside the parentheses, there is a leading coefficient of 1. So I need two numbers that multiply to be negative 4 back here and add to be 3. Okay, so this one will be a good example where we have a negative number again at the end. So it could be 1 times 4. I'm just thinking about 4 right now, or 2 times 2, but one of them has to be negative. Now, my adding part is positive, so I want the smaller number to be negative. Now, negative 2 and 2, well, 2 and 2, that's one's not bigger than the other, but those add up to 0, right? Negative 2 and 2, so it's not going to be that one. But negative 1 and 4 do add up to 3, so it's that one. So those are the two numbers then, and we can write the binomials. Don't forget to write the 5x, the greatest common factor, because that's part of the answer. And then the trinomial is going to factor into x minus 1 and x plus 4. Okay? So this trinomial factored into two binomials again, and that greatest common factor is just once you take it out, it's just kind of out front, hanging out. Now, this is the answer. What if you wanted to check it? So I'm going to give you a hint on how to check these. When you have this situation, it'll be easier for you to multiply the binomials first. So I would do that part first. I mean, you don't have to, but so you get x squared, you get 4x, you get a minus 1x, and then you get a minus 4. And then I would simplify in the parentheses. Okay, so I get that. And then I would check it by distributing the 5x. So I get 5x cubed, I get 15x squared, and I get minus 20x. And then that should be what we had way back at the original. Yep, that's what we had. So this checks out. You don't have to do the check, but like I said, when you're factoring, you can always check these to see if you got them right. So, all right.